Should I use a flask or tray freeze dryer? Tray dryers are best suited for samples with a low amount of moisture, like when you're using microplates. Tray freeze dryers are known to have more precise settings for the different parameters of a recipe. This makes them ideal for recipe development and testing, or for processing particularly sensitive samples. Flask dryers are used when the sample in question has a lot of moisture to be evaporated and isn't particularly small. These are better for labs that are doing routine freeze drying with more forgiving samples. Should I get a floor or benchtop freeze dryer? The amount of free space you have along with the condenser capacity you need are the key considerations for this question. If you're running low on floor space and have no need for a condenser over 6 liters or so, then you should opt for a benchtop lyophilizer. Floor models are best suited for those with the space to hold them and the sample load to justify larger condensers. How frequently should I change vacuum pump oil? A good rule of thumb is that harsher, more acidic samples will warrant changes more frequently than gentler, aqueous samples. Ultimately, you should change the oil at least once every few weeks. If you notice that your freeze dryer has trouble maintaining a strong vacuum, consider changing the pump oil more frequently. Which brand of freeze dryer should I buy? In general, any freeze dryer from an established company whose specifications suit your requirements will suffice. However, some of the major manufacturers, namely SP Scientific and LabConco, clearly appeals to different buyers. SP Scientific, who owns Vertis, produce robust, easy-to-maintain, high-capacity freeze dryers best suited for routine lyophilization in industrial settings. While they aren't the most sophisticated systems, they're true workhorses that can handle large sample loads. LabConco manufactures research-oriented dryers. These systems aren't quite as tough as Vertis units, nor are their capacities as large. However, LabConco systems also have more sophisticated onboard software that make them excellent for recipe development and processing highly sensitive samples. Find reliable and affordable used freeze dryers or lyophilizers from New Life Scientific. Visit our website www.newlifescientific.com.